Intonation is a key aspect of communicating clearly in English. And today we're going to look at the definition of intonation and then two aspects. One is pitch change on focus words, and the other is end of phrase intonation. So intonation is the melody of a phrase, the rise and fall of the pitch of our voice. And that intonation pattern or melody is determined by two things: the major pitch change on focus words and the final pitch movement, the rise or fall of intonation after the focus word. So let's look at some examples of that. First, with focus, I took one sentence here from a video, advice for incoming Duke graduate students. I took one sentence of advice here, and the bold words are the focus words. Those are the words that are being highlighted or emphasized. And I'd like you to listen as I say it and listen for the pitch change. One tip I'd give to incoming students is that they need to realize everyone here is rooting for them. Okay, so there was a pitch change up, a jump up in the first three, and then the very last word, pitch actually dropped down on that word. All right, let's look now at the end of phrase intonation. So you see the pitch, you see again the focus words with the pitch change, but then look at what happens after the focus word and listen. One tip I'd give to incoming students is that they need to realize everyone here is rooting for them. Okay, so you can see after the focus word on the first two lines, the pitch comes back down a bit and then stays level, more or less. And then the last one is the pitch comes back down and stays level for a while, and then after the next focus word, it drops down lower and then goes down even further. All right, so let's talk a little more about that. This end of phrase pitch movement is important, and it can communicate two things. One, it can signal a degree of certainty. So if we take this sentence over here on the right, and if I use following intonation, this is your office. So you heard some pitch jump on office, that's the focus word, but then after that, the pitch dropped. This is your office. That's me telling you this is your office. I sound very certain, right? But if I say, this is your office, now it's a question, right? I don't sound certain. So the rising final pitch would be indicating I'm not certain, that I'm asking you. So in addition to signaling degree of certainty, the end of phrase pitch movement also signals your intention about whether you're finished speaking or if you're going to continue. So for example, if we take the sentence over here on the right and I use following intonation, the report will be ready. I'm done with that sentence. I'm finished, right? But if I use more level intonation, the report will be ready. I'm not finished. There's more information coming, right? So in that case, it's more of a level intonation. Shows I'm not finished and that the listener will wait. They'll wait for me to finish, right? The report will be ready in about 2 hours. Okay, so realize that intonation, whether you have rising or falling or level, can really be communicating something important. All right. Now let's give you a little practice here. Another sentence from the video. The bold words are the focus words. And I want you to listen to what comes after that focus word, what the pitch does. Okay, is it rising, level, or falling? And I'll confirm for each line. Okay, when I came here, okay, it would be level. I was really terrified of failing, level, and not measuring up, falling. Finished that sentence. Very quickly, I came to realize that, well, the faculty, the grad school, everyone here at Duke is on our side, falling. Okay, so you can see how you can kind of hear that difference there of the expectation that the speaker is continuing, and when they've completed and they're finished, then it drops down low. Okay. So To practice this intonation with focus and end of phrase intonation, I would recommend that you use some of the resources mentioned in some of the other videos, Youglish, TED Talks, NPR interviews, StoryCorps. These are all good resources where you have someone speaking as well as you can see exactly what they're saying with subtitles or a transcript, and you can listen, pause, and imitate the intonation. So it's a really easy way to practice, even if you just have a few minutes every day. All right, to wrap up, some points to remember. The intonation of a phrase is determined by pitch change on the focus word and the rise or fall of pitch after the focus word. And the end of phrase intonation is important because it can signal the certainty of a speaker and whether or not they're finished speaking. And finally, imitating the intonation of online lectures or interviews with transcripts is a really useful way to practice. Thank you.